Hey friends, so we are back here for the good interview. So this is how you are going to want to interview for your job. We showed you in our last interview video how Bamber did some things wrong, and now we're going to give you the good example of what you should do in an interview. So we hope that you guys are ready to see Bamber shine again. But this time, might not be as funny, but definitely will keep you watching. So we are going to start our interview. This is going to be a good interview, right,
Yes.
Amber?
I'm always good. Go ahead.
Okay, so I am the hiring manager at Walmart, and Bamber is going to be going for a cashier position at Walmart. So we're getting ready to start our interview.
All right. Well, first of all, I want to thank you so much for taking the time to interview me. I know you have a lot going on, so I really appreciate it. So I want to go ahead and start. Here is my cover letter, and it shows why I'm interested in the position, what experience I bring with me, and I also have a copy of my resume. So that should just give you a brief overview as to what I've done, where I've been, my contact information. That is all correct. So let me go ahead and start and give you those. And I would like to know if it's okay if I take notes. I brought my folder here with me, and that way, in case I think of something later, I can either email you or call you, and it'll help clear things up after I leave. In case I'm like, oh, I don't remember what she said, I can always refer back to these. So if that's okay.
Sure.
Okay. Thank you so much.
We actually do prefer that.
Oh, wonderful. And you said your name was Ashley, correct?
Correct.
Excellent. And God forbid I do not want to call you by the wrong name. Whew, that is horrible.
So, Amber, tell me, so I like to start the interview process a little different than most people. I like to start with a personal question. So, what is your favorite animal?
Oh, my favorite animal. Okay, so it's kind of a tie. But I guess my most favorite, if I had to go with only one, would be horses. Because they are so majestic and beautiful and strong and smart and determined, and you can use them for so many things. They can help with work, or you can just ride on them to just get away. They're versatile. Did I say strong? But they're very strong, and they're just beautiful. I just love watching them. They're just majestic, just galloping. It is amazing. There's nothing like sitting on a horse. It's just a wonderful feeling.
Okay, so that tells me a little bit about you. So kind of walk me through your last job. Here says that you were at Dollar Tree. So kind of walk me through what you did at Dollar Tree, what you did for them. I know sometimes they have their cashier stock too. So, kind of what you did, why you left, how you felt about their culture, just a few of those things.
Okay, sorry, I didn't want to forget anything, so I was writing them all down. Okay, so when I worked at Dollar Tree, I started off as a cashier, and I really enjoyed. My favorite part about that was interacting with the people. I really did. And some people don't have time for that, and that's fine. You get to kind of know if they, if they want to chat or if they're just in and out, and that's totally fine. I did enjoy that. I was very good at that. My drawer was always balanced. I never had a complaint as far as anything like that, as far as customers were concerned. I did do some stocking on the side. I actually prefer the stocking. I enjoy getting out from behind the desk. It kind of breaks up the day. It helps you get familiar with the products. You can help people, if they're looking for a particular something and they're in the wrong aisle, I'm always in the wrong aisle when I'm looking for something. It's nice to be able to walk them there. You have a little bit more flexibility because you can't really do that when you're at the register because somebody needs to be there. So I enjoy doing both. There's, pluses and minuses to each. I think it's important to know what you have, where it's at, so that when the customer asks you a question, you're telling them the truth. Like, oh yes, we sell blah, 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 knowing that you don't sell that. That's a waste of their time and it makes you look bad, and that's not okay. The reason I left was because of scheduling conflicts, and I'm actually in the process of moving. So I'm just trying to go ahead and set up something for when, the move is complete and all that. But I got along fine with my coworkers, with my boss, and like I said, the customers were great. It's just, I'm starting a new chapter, trying to, start fresh and just go from there. So, there aren't any Dollar Trees around here. I was thinking about transferring, but then I was like, you know what, just start fresh, start somewhere else. Maybe Walmart has better benefits or a better schedule. I don't mind working weekends, but sometimes it's nice to have a day or two off, and sometimes we were not able to do that since we were short-staffed a lot. Walmart, I feel, is bigger and would be flexible with me and my needs as far as my hours and requirements and my family. Dollar Tree is a lot smaller, and there was, like, for instance, 2 employees all day. So if anyone called in sick or had an emergency, it was a burden on other people. And so I'm just trying to see what else is out there, what are the options. But I left on good terms. My manager would write me a letter of recommendation if needed. So yeah, no hard feelings. I'll work 4-week notice. Not trying to leave anyone short-staffed. I will fully train whoever they hire.
Awesome. Yeah. I know you mentioned scheduling issues. So what kind of schedule are you looking for here? We are hiring for second and possibly third shift, but mostly second shift. The first shift is reserved for our tenured employees. So most of the time, people who work first shift have been with us for 5 years or more.
That's nice.
That is one of the benefits of working for a longer term with us, is that you do get to pick what shift you work. And we do keep that for our tenured employees. So that does start at 5 years. So if you've worked with us for 5 years or more, you do get priority on shift. And so I just wanted to kind of check with you about second shift and see if that's kind of where that would work with you. Second shift normally is 3 to 11.
Okay.
It's an 8-hour shift with a lunch break. If you work the 3 to 11 full time, then you would have an hour lunch break. And that's not given at any given time. It's due to when you come in at 3, then you would be able to see when you would have your lunch break. But that's not like you would have it at 5 o'clock every day. It would vary based on sales and other people and needs and stuff like that. So, is Dollar Tree your only retail experience?
Yes. I have other, I have restaurant experience. I've been a server. Trying to think. I worked at Office Depot way back when I was in high school, so it's been a little bit. I did stay at home. I know there's a gap in my history. I did stay at home for a couple of years to raise my boys, but now they're at the age where they don't need me all the time, so that is why there's a 3-year difference there. 3 to 11 should work. Does that include weekends or?
It could include weekends. It could also include holidays. We are closed on Christmas. But definitely being in retail, Black Friday and Thanksgiving is a huge thing.
Yeah.
Especially for cashiers, we might need you to man one of the big, end caps that has TVs on it, or something like that. Yeah. So, definitely, 4th of July we're open, Easter we're open. So, the only holiday that we do actually close for is Christmas Day. We are open New Year's, all that kind of stuff. We might have adjusted hours, but we are open for those holidays. And weekends, again, that's a benefit of our tenured employees as well, that they can kind of help choose their schedule. So they generally take Saturday and Sunday off. We also have some part-time employees that they would kind of fill in those that just work weekends. A lot of college kids, stuff like that they would fill in those weekends. So if it's something that is gonna prevent you from working with us, then we would definitely try and work around that. We may be able to say you only work 2 weekends a month, or it just kind of depends on the schedule and who we have and everybody's availability. Our schedules are posted by the monthly basis.
Oh, okay, that's good to know. So, they're
so if you are going to request time off, then you need to do so a month in advance. So if you needed, say, June 10th off, then by May 10th, you need to let us know. Exactly. The more notice you can give us, the better, but at least a 30-day notice, because we do schedules a month in advance. So, and that can change. We're a big company and we're a big store. We have over 200 employees. And so those schedules do change. People call in, like you were talking about, being short-staffed, or people have kids who get sick. And so, if you come on with us and you do a great job, then we may call you and say, hey, Amber, can you pick up this shift? And, just being flexible with your schedule is definitely a big thing with us. The payment, we start cashiers out at $9 an hour. You do get health benefits. So we would pay 60% of your health insurance. You would pay the remaining 40%. If it's just for you, that generally breaks down to about $50 a month. If it's for you and a family, that can be a spouse or kids, that normally breaks down to about $120 a month.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So insurance, again, we pay 60%. You as the employee would pay 40%. Time off, there is paid time off that's after a year. You do accrue after 90 days, but you can't actually take PTO until you've hit your year mark.
Okay.
So after your 90-day evaluation, you would start accruing your PTO, but we do ask that you don't use it until you've been here for a year, just so you have some time to build up PTO.
Okay.
You would be reporting to a customer service manager, a CSM, as we call them. They would wear the yellow vests.
Okay, I've seen those. Okay.
Yep. So they are in charge of the shift. There are multiple of them. Some of them do, mostly do service desk. Some do money center. Some do cashiers. So there's lots of them. But you would get to know kind of who is on your second shift, and they do kind of rotate. As far as uniform goes, we don't have a uniform per se. As long as your clothes are clean, no holes, no ripped jeans. You can wear jeans. We just prefer that they have no holes. They're not, old cut-off jeans.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And then we would provide you with the vest that you would need to wear when you're in the store with your name tag. Both of those things are important so that they know that customers know that you do work for Walmart and it's not a mystery kind of thing.
Can my name tag say anything?
No. No, your name tag will state your name.
All right.
Unlike, other places. Do you have any other questions for me?
How soon are you looking to make these decisions?
So we have a few other interviews within the next 2 days. We're hoping to make the decision. Today is Wednesday. We're hoping to make the decision at least by Saturday. And then we will let the people who we are going to be hiring know on Saturday, and then you would come in to start training on Monday.
Oh, wow. Okay, so that fast. Excellent. How long have you been here?
I have been here over 10 years.
Wow.
I actually started as a cashier.
Wow. All right. So there is potential to move up.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I
love that.
If you come in and you hit the ground running, yes ma'am, no ma'am, you take care of our customers, then everybody says that there's a fast track for management, but there really is no fast track. It really is just coming in, showing up, being on time, doing a good job. And we are always looking for people who want to be customer service managers, who want to be assistant managers, want to be department managers. There's always those positions. People are always wanting to move around and get to do certain things in the store. So definitely we like to promote from within. So definitely room to move up, move around the store, get different positions. You don't always have to be stuck behind a register unless you just love that kind of work. So I started as a cashier, went to a CSM for a couple years, and ended up as an assistant manager. I've been at 2 different stores. The other store was in Charleston. Then I moved up here, and I've been here for about 4 years. Really love the store manager. We get along great, and just really love all the people that we have been able to bring in and kind of build our culture, our staff, so that we feel really good about who's taking care of our customers.
I love it. I love that you've stayed. I love the flexibility. I love that there's potential to grow. You're not just gonna like max out and stay where you're at. I think that's great. That's very encouraging. That's good. That's really good to know. I really appreciate that.
So is all of your, I know you mentioned earlier, is this the correct number, address, email, all that? Okay. So again, we're doing a few other interviews the next couple days. And again, we'll be in touch with you.
I'll save you time. You don't have to do any more interviews. Listen, I'm free Monday. Let's go.
So per corporate, we have to do a certain number of interviews. And that's just, any corporation. So we do have to do a certain number of interviews, and then we'll be in touch on Saturday. I'll kind of go over my notes, my thoughts with our store manager, and then we do make decisions as a team, the 2 of us. And if she wants to, are you available Thursday or Friday to come in to meet with her?
Yep.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So I'll just give you a call or send you an email. More than likely I will call. Okay. It'll be from an out-of-state number. So it's not it's not somebody calling for your car warranty.
Oh man, I miss those calls. Just kidding.
We will actually be, it's from an out-of-state number. Our corporate phone is from out of state. So make sure you answer those calls, even if it is your car warranty.
Well, you never know.
So it was really good to meet you.
It was very good to meet you.
And I hope that you join the Walmart team.
Okay, I look forward to hearing from you soon.